Lunch Break Live with Norma Perez. Hi everyone, welcome. How are you doing, Norma?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
am so excited to have you, and I know that the viewers are going to be just as excited. What are we making today?
So today we are doing Yuca Frita with Curtido y Salsa Roja. And we are also doing Fresco de Chan, which is an amazing drink that's especially, you guys know it's like kind of hot out now. So it's a perfect drink for like to refresh yourself, and it's just good. Really good.
Well, that Spanish accent sounds really nice and
Sí,
sexy.
un poquito.
¿Qué es eso?
Es la salvadoreña. Soy salvadoreña, so hey, ahí me sale.
Well, welcome everyone from all over the world. Today we are going to be making a delicious dish with Norma Perez from the Salvi Vegan. All right, well, let's get to it.
Okay, so one of the first things that I always do is that I get the cabbage. Okay, so you want to pretty much cut it, in half, because this is what my mama taught me how to do, is we will get the knife, and to get like sort of like the thin, sort of things from, we just have to go like this.
Oh, that's a nice,
Yeah.
So that's a nice slice.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just trying to get them really thinly sliced. Just to be able to, eat this. And even if there's like some parts that are like really thick, it's okay, because afterwards, once we get everything together, we can just go ahead and cut it again. So that's usually how, mi mamá me ha dicho how to do this. So it's pretty much just that. And this is definitely like a good side dish for like anything too. Like I usually tell people that for this, it goes with obviously a lot of savory foods, but man, it can go with anything. Especially like fried stuff is good, but if you want to put it with, some rice and beans on the side, and then you can have this, so it's really good. So I think we got enough right there. So afterwards, and as you see, we got some big parts, right? Do you want that, man? Maybe not. But usually what I'll do is just I'll, go ahead and cut it again. And there you go. It's pretty much it. So once all this is done, then we get it all in the bowl, okay? And then this is where I do a little bit different than what other people do when they do curtido. Now, a lot of times when they do this, I usually will have people say, oh, well, you can boil it. Okay, that's a great way of doing it, but I rather do it massaging. So where I get the salt, and let me see the salt. Where did the salt go? Actually, there we go. So we will just put, a little bit of dash of salt, just to cover it a little bit, and then we massage it. So this is the difference that I do from other, people, because I think it just makes it more fresh.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone massaging the cabbage.
Yeah, and it's feeling the love, it has to feel the love. So I don't know, for me, I just feel that it makes it more fresher. It just boiling is fine too, but I think it just takes away some of the nutrients and everything when you boil stuff. So for me, I'd rather do this, and and then you can also see that it starts kind of wilting down too as well. So then it makes it a lot more easier, to manage to eat it, because it's going to be a little bit more softer. So we just keep doing that. Now, as this is going on, you also have the carrots and the onions. So those are the next things that we have to go ahead and cut up.
Norma, you are so sweet for joining us today. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And thank you to Jonathan O'Hyan for introducing us of
Thank
our style.
you. Yes.
I know, right?
Thank
Big
you so
movement.
much.
Love him. It was his birthday yesterday, so shout out, happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday!
And janevelezmitchell today, they are in Washington, D.C., so everyone at the Animal Rights Convention in Washington, D.C., shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate everything that you do for the animals, and look forward to hearing your report on your return. Okay, let's get back to it. The Salvi Vegan. Tell us a little bit about the Salvi Vegan. What does that mean? Where did it come from? Who created it?
So the Salvi Vegan is pretty much me. So usually a lot of times instead of like people saying, you know, Salvadoran, you know, they'll say Salvi, you know, just to make it short. And so, so back in the day when I first became vegan, you know, I had started to go out to some of the vegan locations, you know, some of the pop-ups and the events. And, you know, I was seeing a lot of great food, but I wasn't seeing much of Salvadoran. There are, at that time, were 2 restaurants that, you know, had Salvadorian vegan options, but they also had Mexican and Colombian and Peruvian and just a lot of different things. So that's when I kind of thought like, maybe I can do something with this. Because that's also when I started discovering that I actually had a talent for cooking, which I didn't even know I had that. You know,
I know once you go vegan, you're like, I gotta learn how to cook.
I know. Well, see, that's the thing too. Okay, so when I became, you know, vegan, pretty much my story is that I was a choreographer for like 20 years, teaching dance, hip hop dance. So yes, I can do a little boogie.
What? Let's get down, girl. Get down.
And so I remember, you know, I did that for like about 20 years. But then I started getting like pains in my back. And so from there, I just remember, you know, going to the doctor, and then the ultimate thing that they tell me that I don't want to hear, I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis on my lower back. So pretty much like what they found was that I had, my last 2 discs were protruding and they were deteriorating, and I had bone spurs that were hitting my nerves. So I'm like, no wonder I'm in pain. And so I actually couldn't even sleep for like about an hour. That's how painful it was. And so obviously with that, you know, my career ended. One of the really hardest things to kind of, you know, go through, because it was something that I had been doing for such a long time. And so I did tell her that I did not want pills, because, you know, it's just I wanted to do something more natural. That's when she sort of implanted a little seed in me, because she said, okay, fine, you can do things like turmeric, ginger, blueberries, pineapple, leafy green, you know, greens. And I thought, wait, food? That can help me? And so, you know, I was like, okay. And then that's when I did my research. Guess what I found out? Meat consumption contributes to arthritis. So from there, you know, I just started investigating and doing more research. Then I saw earthlings. That did it for me. I mean, I basically couldn't unsee what I saw, and I became vegan overnight. But then from there, yep, sure enough, it was hard to see that stuff. And then I became vegan, and then I said, okay, I'm vegan. What the heck am I going to eat? You know, because that's the first thing is like you're so used to, especially in I think in any culture, but in the Latino culture, we got our carne asada, que our pollo asado. We got all this stuff that we're so used to that it's embedded into our cuisine. And so for me, it was just like, okay. So then that's when I started to experiment. Now, I hated cooking with my mom when I was younger. I did not like it at all, you know, and all of a sudden, all these skills started coming back to me. And then once I became vegan, and like I said, I started to seeing other companies that were out there, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something with this. And that's when the whole idea about doing Salvadorian vegan food, just strictly that, nothing else, came about. And then that's when I was like, huh. And a friend of mine actually told me, you know what? You can do Salvi Vegan, but you're the Salvi Vegan.
I love that. I love that. I love
Me gusta,
that.
lo voy a agarrar.
La verdad que sí, la verdad que sí. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm Patricia Barreto. We are on Lunch Break Live with Norma Perez, the Salvi Vegan. She is making a delicious Salvadoran drink and dish. Do not get confused with Salvadorian. It's not Salvadorian. It is pronounced Salvadoran.
Yes.
Thank you for that correction.
Yeah. And also when you say like other things like pupusas, some people say papusas, popusas.
Yeah, it's pupusa.
like pupusas.
That I get right.
All right. So
okay, what's next, Dawn?
So this is pretty much
this looks
done.
nice.
So look at how it wilted down.
Wow, yes.
Right? It wilted down really well.
It smells good too.
The next thing is onions. So we're gonna get a couple of onions in there. Just basically sprinkle it in. And depends on you, you know, I mean, if you want to like add more or less, you know how much onion do you like?
I love onions.
You know, if
lots
you don't,
of onions, lots.
If you don't mind the stinky breath,
lots of onions. No, vegans, we know that this is fruits and vegetables, and you don't get stinky breath with fruits and vegetables. So,
Yes.
honey, load it up.
Okay, but
load it up.
let's
All
go.
of, dale,
Okay,
pour the whole
todo,
thing.
todo
Yes,
ahí quedó.
all of it.
There
All
you
of
go.
it. There you go, people. That is a half an onion.
Half an onion.
What's next? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We are with Norma Perez. Hello, Dolly. I believe Dolly is in India right now. She is
India.
producing a movie called Ahimsa, I believe, and it is going to be wonderful. A wonderful vegan movie. Thank you, Lynn, for watching. Debbie, don't worry about the trolls. Just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. And troll, Mr. Nick, look, maybe you could stand to learn something from this show. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Okay, we're moving on to the carrots, and carrots add life.
Yes, carrots.
Okay.
So with carrots, again, as much as you want. Sometimes with carrots, I don't really want to put too much because then it's going to probably overpower it. So let's just do this right now. So it's just pretty much like what, like a pinch, 2 pinches, and then just.
This is looks like a beautiful salad.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, you know, and this is fresh, you know, the next things, obviously, I'm going to show what I'm going to put, but it's not really that much of the ingredients. It's so easy. It's really fast. So see, you see how it kind of looks a little bit like, okay, it needs a little bit more of the carrot. So this is where I always tell people that, especially when it comes to doing this, the seasoning, it's to taste, how much you put of, you know, of the carrots and onions, again, to taste. It's to your liking. So
Amy just tuned in. Amy, thanks for joining us. Trying to become vegan, she says. This looks yummy, Kim Wagner says.
Yes, thank
what
you.
are we making? Hello, Valerie. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's go back. Amy asks, trying to become vegan. What could you offer, Amy?
So I would say start with things like your vegetables and, you know, kind of experiment with different spices. Like some of the major spices that I think always give flavor are cumin, black pepper, garlic, salt, onion powder. Those are always the ones that I usually use for a lot of things. And just experiment. Just literally experiment. Go to a lot of vegan events. You'll definitely see a multitude of different foods. I know for me, that opened my eyes up because I remember going to my first one. It was with Green Saturday LA. And I remember like going to it and seeing all this food. And I'm like, oh my God.
It looks good.
I can eat the same stuff I used to eat before. What? I mean, it was amazing because, you know, I think that's the stigma that people always think, right? That they think.
It was culture. My first thing was like, culture. Oh no, my family. And then I realized, oh my God, our entire culture's been eating this. And then I realized, wait a second, we're all eating the same meat. We're just seasoning it differently.
Yeah.
And we're all getting sick. We're all getting the same diseases.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Betty Ann Cornwell asks, what are we making today?
So we are doing curtido and yuca frita, but for now, the one that I'm making right now is called curtido, which is kind of, I explain it like a coleslaw kimchi-like that's with vinegar. So it's really fresh. A lot of times when this dish is done, sometimes people boil it, which is perfectly fine. The way that my aunt and my mom taught me, the fresher, the better.
I love it. I love your mom and your aunt. Un beso, shout out a las mujeres.
And that's
this
actually
looks so good, you guys. Look at this.
And then the next thing, let's go with the black pepper.
Okay.
So again, the same thing. It's pretty much seasoned to taste. So let's just do like just a pinch just for right now. Okay. So we have that. Then the next thing is oregano. So obviously you see that the oregano is pretty much, you know, in its whole state. So what I do is I will grab probably like a pinch, and then just crush it, because you don't want to put too much oregano because it will have a distinct taste to it. So you just want to be able to, you know, do that. And there you go. And I think that's pretty good for right now. Again, once I've actually made the whole thing together, then, you know, we can see if this is going to be, you know, if we need more or if we need less, or, you know, but for right now, let's just do that. Okay. So there you go. So now the last ingredient is el vinagre. So you want to use white vinegar. And here, I think we had about 3 tablespoons.
Casey Tucker says, curtido is so good on all Salvadorian food.
Curtido is life. Hashtag curtido is life.
I love it. Kim Wagner, healthy food, healthy body. Yes, doll. Yes. Amy says, there's vegan events. Girl, you are missing out if you are not attending any vegan events. There is a slew of events. Where do you live? Tell us where you live and we will find vegan events in your area. Okay, what is this?
So this is white vinegar, and I think we had about 3 tablespoons.
Okay.
Again, it's up to you. Usually I kind of gauge it. So for right now, let's just do about that much. So I probably used about 2 tablespoons right there. So from there, we just, and I use my hands a lot, but of course, obviously,
go for it. We're at home. We're at home. This is, this is home cooking today.
If you're doing it for family and everything, obviously, you're going to put your gloves on, or you want to put something
No,
on.
not even for the family.
La familia's like, hey, you know.
No, they're like, they would say, why are you putting gloves on? Take that off. Sacate eso.
Okay, so there you
Learning a little Spanglish with us today.
All right, so there you go. And that is it. That is the curtido.
So delicious.
And
I'm really excited to have this.
What's even better about this is that, so you have to put this in a glass container. Like, that's a must. And when you leave it in, you know, and then the next day, it's going to be even better. Then the next day after that, it's going to be even better.
Really?
Yes. So it is a fermented kimchi coleslaw type of dish, you know.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Amy lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana. There's stuff going on in Indiana, and for sure there's stuff going on in South New Jersey. You should check out Jersey Style, Betty Ann. They have a great event. Actually, they just had an event on Wednesday. You missed it, but they have another one coming up soon, next month. I could eat the whole bowl, Amy says. Well, there you go.
Yes.
Vegan bowl. Now you need a vegan event, girl.
Yes. Okay, so we are done with the curtido. So the next thing, let's go ahead and go to the yuca frita.
Okay.
Now, let me go ahead and just wash my hands just a little bit.
This looks so good, everyone. I actually want to start digging in right now. But there's a process.
I say
there's
try
a
it.
process.
Just try it and see what you think.
Thank you, T. Ann Capello, for joining. Thank you, everyone, again for tuning in. I'm Patrizia Barreto. We are on Lunch Break Live, and today we have Norma Perez, and she's cooking up a delicious Salvadoran dish. I am really excited because I love Latin, Spanish, ethnic cuisine, and I am so looking forward to this because this reminds me of home. My mom passed away a few years ago from heart disease, and when she passed away, she was on 15 types of medication, and I know that I would have been able to save her life had I'd known about veganism then. So I hope that we can change your vision and your life today on what you're eating and consuming for a better, healthy lifestyle for you and your family.
Okay. All right, so now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to do the yuca frita. So right there, actually what you guys are seeing is a portion of the Fresco de Chan. And this is hibiscus that I pretty much boiled. And so what we're going to do a little bit later is we're going to strain that, get only the water from that, and then put it into a container, into the pitcher, where it already has lemon and chia seeds and cane sugar, and it's just so good. Especially this is hibiscus.
This is hibiscus.
Yeah, that's hibiscus. Yeah. But
all right, people. You see, we need some help. Thank God that we have Norma Perez here because We did not know what that was. Okay, doll, take it away. Okay. What is next?
So the next thing is the yuca. So we already actually boiled, some yuca. But I want to show people because it's interesting when I did this same recipe, I did it with, on YouTube. I pretty much got a lot of people were like, oh my God, I've never had yuca frita where you boil it. It's like, no, you actually have to boil it if you want really this for it to be good. So here, just to show you really quickly what I did with the other ones is I pretty much just cut these, and then from there, I just cut the skin off. And then once I cut the skin off, I put it to boil. And then once you see that it boils and it opens up, that's when you know that it is done. And then you do have to add salt to it, and there you go. So you pretty much boil this. So once that is done, so let's go ahead and show you the completed version of this. It is dun 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 dun. Bam! There is the yuca.
Love that.
Yes, so that one's been boiled. Now, one thing I always tell people is make sure that when you do boil this, you take off, and I don't know if you can see this thing right here. It's the little fibrous vein that is in here. You do not want to eat this. No. It is too nasty.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want to eat this.
Maybe that's why I don't like yuca, because I think I ate that once.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. I mean, you can still eat it, but
no. Then we got to take that out, honey.
So this goes out.
Because I've got to eat some yuca here.
Yeah.
All
now,
right.
I got to tell you, there's two ways of doing this, okay? So if you want to do it the healthier way, and this is actually the way that my mom would do it, is that she would just have it like this, sancochado is what we call it, which is basically just
like you can make a little mash yuca out of this, right?
Yeah, and there's actually a thing that we have that's called enredos, which is basically shredded of this, and then you make it
we're getting the whole Salvadoran cuisine here today.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, so there's so many different things that you can do with this. You can make this out of, make a donut out of this, so we call that nuegados as well. I mean, there's so much to do.
Oh my goodness.
But to do yuca frita, you can leave it like this if you want the healthier version, or you can fry it. Okay. So let's just go ahead and really quickly do this just so that we get both versions, the boiled one, and we also have the fried one. That's it. That's all we do. It's just we cut it.
Nice.
And then here's the oil.
Ooh. There you go.
And there you go. And that's it.
Nice. That's it. You don't put anything on it.
Nope.
No like breadcrumbs or nada.
Nada, enteramente nada.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. And there you go, folks. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, look, and it's already pretty much done really quickly.
I'm going to start. These are like yuca fries.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. And what's great about this too is that I usually call this a super fry.
Kim Wagner, can you see this now? Shelly, thanks for tuning in. Is the video working now? It looks fine my end.
Yeah, that's pretty much
We're making yuca fries.
Yeah, and then after this, if you want to put a little bit of salt, you can. It's up to you, but there you go.
Wow.
That's it.
Yum.
So it actually is pretty much done. And let's just go ahead and put this back in this bowl here because we're going to have it both ways.
Okay.
And boom. And there you go. So yuca frita and yuca sancochado is pretty much done. And we'll plate this a little bit later as well. But that is it. You got your curtido. And then you got your yuca frita. And then, now this. I don't really want to tell the secret of this one right here, pero esto es salsa roja. It's actually a family secret. I will eventually give away the
partial
secrets.
recipe, the consumer recipe.
Well, no, because I've actually veganized about 40 dishes from El Salvador.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
so I have enough to do.
I'm
a
like,
cookbook.
dale, my mouth is salivating. Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I will eventually do, and I'm planning to do it next year because this is my first year doing pop-ups, even though I've been doing this for 3 years. But I want to be able to, give these recipes, to people. Especially there's so many people that want to be able to taste this again, to taste the tamales, to taste the sopa de pata.
Okay, what's next?
So
you are not. We are gonna. I'm like, okay, I want to try this. So
Okay.
dale.
Okay.
Dale.
So should we plate this or do the fresco?
Let's do the fresco and then we'll plate everything.
Okay, so let me go ahead and take this out. So with the Fresco de Chan, okay, pretty much what we want to do is get 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, and we put it into this container, pitcher actually, and we add about 4 lemons, basically the juice of the lemons, and then we put about maybe 2 cups of sugar. If you want less sugar, folks, go ahead and put less sugar. And then from there, we just basically mix it. And it usually takes about 30 minutes, and you can kind of see that they've expanded a little bit. So there's that, right? And then the next thing, as I mentioned before, a little bit earlier, we have this that has been boiled. So the next thing to do is strain this. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way here. I want to be able to get this. Sí, ya, mejor acá. Okay, so let's go. So here, what we're gonna do is obviously, this is all the hibiscus leaves that I bought at, different stores, and they're dried ones. And then we just pour everything in there. And you know what's interesting too is that a lot of people have used these hibiscus leaves, just the leaves themselves, and they've made tacos out of them.
They eat the leaves?
Yeah, they...
Ada.
I'm sorry,
Come
Ada.
here, Ada. We have a little puppy, a little rescue, and she likes to be where we are.
Yeah. And so people make they make tacos out of this. They make
eat that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, people have actually done it. There's been I think this has been done for quite a while that they've been doing this. And that's the thing I think that people forget too, that we, especially in the Latin culture, we've had plant-based foods for such a long time. And I think people, when they
Centuries.
say, oh, well,
We can't
we can't do that.
Our ancestors. What do you think our
hello.
ancestors were eating? They were
Curtido.
eating this.
The curtido.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I'm going to make
Hello.
curtido. Everyone, we're making curtido right now.
Okay, so there you go. And that is what we want.
Angie, this, not only does it look delicious, but it smells delicious.
And then from there, all we do is we pour that in there. And there you go. And then we just mix it in.
Are you kidding me?
That's it. This is so simple, but it's good, and it's oh gosh, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's it. That's all you do. And then if you put some ice in this, oh my goodness gracious, this is all good.
We could probably freeze this and make like little...
Oh, actually, I've done that. Okay, so in El Salvador, we have this thing called charamuscas. Now, in Mexico, they have bolis, okay? So what it is just a bag, and then you put, juices, any kind of juice, honestly, any kind of liquid. You put it in the freezer, and that's it. It's perfect. I actually sold out when I did that about 2 weeks ago. I did cebada.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So it was this.
No, this one is a different drink, but it is a Salvi drink. The other one was a Salvi drink also, and I made it, and it literally sold out. But this one, I've made it too, put it in the bags.
Riquísimo.
Yeah.
Oh my, this is going to be so good, everyone.
And that's it.
All right,
we
well,
are
let's
done.
plate now.
Let us plate.
Let's plate.
Okay.
Los platos están ahí arriba.
Okay.
Y dos vasitos. Agarra uno solamente para... to test up there. Can you reach that up there?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm a little short.
Hold on, everyone.
So we'll get...
Yes.
I'm excited for you to try
Oh,
this.
I am too.
Let's
That's
do
a
these.
nice, that's a cute little
Okay.
like pour if you want.
Okay. But this is so simple. It's easy. It's refreshing. It's healthy. It's good. I mean, there's so many good things that you can get out of this. So let's go ahead and first put the drinks first. So let me go ahead and do that first.
How about this? For the drinks, we can use these jars down there.
Oh, okay.
Hay una grande, te puedes agachar. Ya, esa dos grande. Es la única azul, so maybe you can get the... Yes,
These?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I see another one. I see another one.
Everyone, okay, we're setting up to plate, and I am going to be the lucky taster today.
Yay.
I am really excited because I have not had this in a very, very long time.
Oh.
This drink I have never had, so I am looking forward to this. This was so easy to make. She made this, she got to my house and she made it within 30 minutes because she had to boil the tea first, the hibiscus. It smells so good.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We got these two right here.
Beautiful. It's going to look so nice.
And let's go ahead and pour it over there because it's probably going to pour out.
How about a funnel? Do you need a funnel?
Yes. Do you have a funnel?
Yeah. The third one. Third one maybe down. Yes.
Oh, got it. All right. Yeah, folks, so you can just go ahead and try this at home, and it's amazing and good.
Put that down here. Nice. That looks so good.
You have to try this. You have to try it. Here you go.
Everyone, look at this drink. Look at this drink. Look at that.
All the chia seeds, all the goodness. I mean, it's just... And I'm telling you, especially like when you put ice in this, oh goodness, it's like the best. The best, the best. Do we want to taste this?
Cheers. You taste it. You're on camera. You tell me what it's like.
It's good. Maybe a little bit more sugar, but actually, I don't think we put sugar in it. It's okay.
We didn't put any sugar, and it tastes delicious without the sugar.
Good, yeah.
Kim Wagner is asking, is it spicy? Not at all.
That's the one thing with Salvadoran food. It is not spicy. Central American food doesn't tend to be spicy. I know that maybe now, you know, in a lot of restaurants, you do see that they add like jalapenos or they add some other stuff. But that's not a normal thing for Central Americans, for us to have spicy foods. Not really. Even some Caribbean countries do have some spicy foods, but again, it's not a normal, authentic, traditional way for us to have spicy foods.
That was outstanding.
Yeah. So,
all right, what's next?
So let's go. We got this done.
Okay, that's you.
All right, and then now let's go ahead and get these plates and plate these. Let's get a little bit of water out.
Yeah, I pulled them out.
Perfect.
That is so good. I can't wait to drink it
all.
You know,
but it's funny because I was tasting. I was like, okay, it's really good, but la azúcar.
Como dice Celia Cruz, la azúcar.
We forgot that. It's okay.
It's like, it still tastes good. It's punchy.
All right, so here we go. So let's just go ahead and put one in one. So like that we can...
Oh, try both.
Yeah, so we can try both.
Kiki, I get to try both. A fried yuca and a boiled yuca.
A boiled one, yes. And I mean, this is, I don't know, for me, this is, I love it every time that my mom has made it, you know. And actually, I went to visit her yesterday, and I told her, Ma, you know, look what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be doing Yuca Frita. And she's like, oh, lo vas a hacer sancochado? Are you going to make it boiled? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. Good, just the way I taught you.
I love it.
Yes, Mama. I will do it just the way you taught me. So, but again, remember, folks, as I mentioned, make sure that you do take the fibrous vein out because we do not want to eat that. But yeah, so I'm excited for you guys to, you know, do this. You know, if you guys do end up, tag us, let us know so we can see like your versions of it, you know. For me, I have a basic when it comes to doing, you know, the actual thing, but I love seeing people's different versions and takes on it, you know, because it just, you know, we're all different people, you know, and there you go. Okay, I think that's good.
Perfect.
And then we put a little bit of the curtido on top.
Look at that salad, everyone. Thanks for hanging in there with us. This looks so
Woo!
Beautiful.
And this smells amazing.
So beautiful. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and believe me, as I mentioned, the more that you leave this, you know, in the fridge and it's out
so
there.
So it marinates.
It marinates and ferments itself into this yummy, delicious,
beautiful,
Salvi goodness.
Dish. Look, everyone, thanks again for tuning in. We are almost wrapping up this Lunch Break Live with Norma Perez, the Salvi Vegan. I'm Patrizia Barreto. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. She is now about to pour her delicious secret sauce.
Salsa Roja.
This is Salsa Roja. Is it spicy? Is this spicy?
No, not at all.
Spicy
not at all. Yeah, again, as I mentioned, our dishes do not really have spicy foods. They might have it now, but it's not a normal, typical thing. Such a beautiful
dish. Look at that, everyone. So beautiful.
There you
go. Give it Amy says, taste it. Girl, when you're vegan now, so you know tasting vegan food is outstanding.
Yeah,
this is wonderful. Kim Wagner says it's so pretty. Kim Wagner Lee. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I'm Patrizia Barreto. This is Lunch Break Live, and we are with Norma Perez, and she made a delicious meal today.
Yay!
We are excited to try this. Okay, I'm going to give you the camera.
Okay.
And I'm going to be the taster.
Yes. Yay.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I am so excited. Going to get my favorite fork. That's like 30 years old. And I'm going to try the secret sauce first because I'm a sauce girl. And a little bit of the
Curtido, yeah.
Curtido. Oh, and a little bit of yuca, the boiled yuca. This is delicious.
Yay!
This is so good. All right, hold on. Let's do a little happy dance.
A little happy dance. A little bit of salsa. Da, 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 da. Yay, I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, and
outstanding.
Yes.
And my drink?
Yes.
So good.
And refreshing, and it's perfect.
So good, everyone. Okay, now you know what to do. I'm going to take back the camera.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, Norma. Last little bit of, again, thanks for being here with us.
Yes, definitely.
You made such an amazing dish in such a little bit of time. Tell the viewers where they can find you.
All right, so you can find me pretty much the Salvi Vegan, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat too much, but it's all there. And I did create a YouTube video channel because when I did some YouTube videos with Vince Leah, a lot of people in the comments were like, she needs to have her own channel. My friends were like, girl, you're really good on camera. I'm not shy in front of the camera because I used to perform, so I'm pretty good. I mean, I don't feel shy. So I was like, you know what? I never thought that my path would go that way, but who knows? I'm pretty much open. I just want to feed people. I want to spread this message of veganism, that you can still have these amazing foods without having to, destroy the planet and destroy animals.
What platforms are you on?
The platforms that I'm on, what do you mean, like Instagram?
Facebook, yeah. Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube. So pretty much the Salvi Vegan. So you will find me. And I do post up when I do pop-ups because I started to finally do that. So.
Excellent. When's the next pop-up?
So the next one is on August 17th, and it's in the city of Hawthorne with Green Saturday, LA. So
in California.
In California,
Excellent.
Yes. So for those of you that are far away, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
But that's one thing though too. I do want to travel with this, and I do have an opportunity to go in November somewhere. I think it's either Vermont. Somebody is actually having me fly out there.
Oh, nice. Oh, so, Vermont. You heard that. She's coming out. The Salvi Vegan's coming out.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm so excited. I can't even wait to start eating.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. one last closing statement for the viewers.
Well, I think, if anything, open your hearts and your minds to a new lifestyle. It is a great thing once you really start recognizing things. Your mind does really start to open up, and just be open to what the universe brings to you. You know, it could be some, like for me, I lost my, my career, my dance career, but then now I discovered a new passion that I probably was meant to do this all along. So I think, see it as blessings in disguise, whatever it is, whether it's a health issue, whether it's you viewing some videos that it was just a slaughter of animals, it was something negative, but ultimately it leads you to a positive life, and one that can be healthy, one that can be amazing and beautiful and everything all around.
And you're beautiful. You have such a lovely energy. You're so wonderful. I'm so honored to have you here in my house today. We are friends forever, Nena.
Heck yeah,
friends
chica.
forever, okay?
Por seguro, okay.
Dale, you need help cooking, call me, okay?
Yes.
I can cook. I'll help you out, girl.
Taste tester too.
I'm taste tester también, okay? I'm taste tester. No, I'm serious. I'll haul the sugar for you. I love it. Everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Patrizia Barreto. This is Lunch Break Live, and we are here with Norma Perez. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you soon. Go vegan.
Yay, go vegan.